Ever wondered what it would be like to live with dinosaurs? To walk a planet ruled by giants, where survival was a daily battle? Well, today we're turning back the clock, way back, to a time when Earth was a completely different world. Let's journey through the age of dinosaurs, from their humble beginnings to their spectacular reign and sudden, dramatic end. This is the 10-part history of a world you've only dreamed of. Our story begins 250 million years ago, in a world that feels almost alien. This wasn't the lush, green Earth we know. Imagine vast, scorching deserts stretching to the horizon, punctuated by colossal volcanoes spewing ash and fire into a hazy sky. This was the end of the Permian period, and life was on the brink. The planet was recovering from the largest mass extinction event in its history, an event so catastrophic it wiped out over 90% of all species. It was a near-total reset. In this harsh, recovering landscape, strange, sprawling reptiles were the dominant life forms, but in the shadows, a new kind of creature was beginning to stir, evolving, adapting. The survivors of the Great Dying were paving the way for a new dynasty. Out of the ashes of this global catastrophe, the very first dinosaurs were about to take their first steps. Welcome to the Triassic period, the dawn of the dinosaurs. Forget the giants you see in movies, at least for now. The earliest dinosaurs were surprisingly small, nimble, and built for speed. Take Coelophysis, for example. Slender, quick, and probably hunting in packs. It was a blur of motion, darting through the arid landscapes. These early pioneers weren't the kings of the food chain just yet. They shared their world with other large reptiles and formidable amphibians, but their unique hip structure allowed for more agile, upright movement, giving them a crucial advantage. They could outrun, outmaneuver, and outlast their competitors. This period wasn't about size, it was about speed, intelligence, and adaptability. The Triassic dinosaurs were laying the groundwork, setting the stage for an era of complete and total domination that would last for over 150 million years. The age of giants was just around the corner. Fast forward to 200 million years ago, as we enter the legendary Jurassic period. This is when dinosaurs truly went big. The climate shifted, becoming more humid and tropical. Lush fern forests and vast plains replaced the arid deserts, providing an all-you-can-eat buffet for herbivores. And did they eat? This is the era of the sauropods, the long-necked titans. Imagine a brachiosaurus, its neck stretching higher than a 4-story building, peacefully munching on treetops. On the ground, you'd see the incredible Stegosaurus, with its iconic backplates used for display or temperature control, and a Thagomizer, that spiky tail ready to swing at any threat. But the revolution wasn't just on the ground. For the first time, reptiles took to the skies in a big way. Pterosaurs, like the pterodactyl, soared over the forests and coastlines, their leathery wings casting shadows on the giants below. The world was teeming with life, bigger and more spectacular than ever before. Of course, where you have herds of giant herbivores, you're bound to have giant hunters. The Jurassic period was a golden age for predators. Ruling this landscape was the fearsome Allosaurus, up to 30 feet long, with a massive skull filled with serrated blade-like teeth. It was the apex predator of its time. Picture an Allosaurus, powerful legs propelling it across the plains, stalking a herd of young Diplodocus. It was a relentless hunter, a constant threat that kept the herbivore populations in check. Every watering hole, every open field, was a potential ambush site. The roar of an Allosaurus would have been a sound that signaled pure terror, a reminder to every other creature that in the Jurassic world, danger was swift, brutal, and always lurking just out of sight. Life was a constant struggle between the hunted and the hunters, a dramatic dance of survival on a colossal scale. Now we jump to 145 million years ago, into the Cretaceous period. If the Jurassic was about giants, the Cretaceous was about diversity and specialization. The world exploded with an incredible variety of new dinosaur species. This is when we meet the famous horned dinosaurs, like the magnificent Triceratops. Living in massive herds, they were like walking fortresses, using their 3-foot-long brow horns and powerful frills to defend their young from predators. We also see the rise of the hadrosaurs, or duck-billed dinosaurs. These gentle giants, like Parasaurolophus with its hollow head crest, could likely communicate over long distances with deep, resonating calls, an ancient orchestra echoing through the forests. And then there were the raptors, not the oversized movie versions, but still terrifying. Creatures like Deinonychus were fast, incredibly intelligent, and armed with a sickle-shaped claw on each foot. They were pack hunters, a coordinated team of feathered killers, proving that size wasn't the only thing that mattered in the Cretaceous. Among all the predators that have ever walked the earth, to stand out as true icons of power, Tyrannosaurus rex and Spinosaurus. T-Rex, the tyrant lizard king, ruled North America during the late Cretaceous. It wasn't just big, it was built for destruction. Its skull, over 4 feet long, housed jaws with a bite force strong enough to crush bone, a feat few other animals have ever achieved. Its keen senses of smell and vision made it the ultimate hunter. But on the other side of the world, in the rivers of North Africa, lived a different kind of monster, Spinosaurus, longer than a school bus, with a massive sail on its back and a crocodile-like snout. It was the largest carnivorous dinosaur we know of. It was a semi-aquatic predator, perfectly adapted for hunting giant fish in vast river systems. A T-Rex on land, a Spinosaurus in the water. These were the undisputed apex hunters, the final and most terrifying predators of the dinosaur age. So, let's play a little game of what if. What if humans coexisted with dinosaurs? Forget a peaceful Flintstone-style life. Survival would be a relentless minute-by-minute struggle. Imagine waking up not to an alarm clock, but to the ground-shaking footsteps of a passing Argentinosaurus herd, each one weighing nearly 100 tons. Your home would need to be a fortress, hidden in caves or high in the trees, far from the paths of these giants. A simple walk to gather food would be a life-or-death mission. The rustle of leaves could be a small, harmless creature, or it could be a pack of raptors silently stalking you. The distant roar you hear at night, that's a T-Rex, and you'd better pray it's miles away. In a world of dinosaurs, humans would not be the dominant species. We would be prey, constantly living in fear. Our ingenuity tested to its absolute limit every single day, and the danger wouldn't just be on the ground. As we explored the skies of the Cretaceous, we'd realize there's nowhere to hide. High above, soaring on thermal currents, was Quetzalcoatlus. This wasn't just a large bird or a pterosaur. This was the largest flying creature of all time. With a wingspan wider than an F-16 fighter jet and a neck as long as a giraffe's, it was a terrifying sight. Standing on the ground, it was as tall as a giraffe, stalking smaller dinosaurs with its long, toothless beak. From the air, it could spot you from miles away, descending from the clouds like a prehistoric nightmare. Living in this world meant you had to constantly be aware of your surroundings, not just in front of you or behind you, but above you as well. Danger could literally drop from the sky at any moment. For 165 million years, dinosaurs were the undisputed rulers of Earth. They survived climate shifts, evolved into thousands of species, and dominated every continent. It seemed like their reign would last forever. But then, 66 million years ago, it all ended in a single, catastrophic day. A massive asteroid, 6 miles wide, slammed into the planet in what is now the Gulf of Mexico. The impact was more powerful than billions of atomic bombs. It triggered global earthquakes, continent-sized tsunamis, and sent a superheated blast wave of fire and debris across the globe. A thick cloud of dust and soot blanketed the Earth, blocking out the sun for years. Plants died, the food chain collapsed, and the world plunged into a dark, cold winter. In a shockingly short amount of time, the dinosaurs, the magnificent giants that had ruled for eons, were gone. But is that truly the end of the story? Not quite. While the Great Extinction wiped out all the non-avian dinosaurs, their legacy survived in an unexpected way. A small group of feathered dinosaurs, the ones that had evolved the ability to fly, managed to pull through the catastrophe. Over millions of years, these survivors continued to evolve and diversify, filling the skies of the New World. And today, we see them everywhere. We call them birds. That's right, from the pigeon on your windowsill to the majestic eagle soaring overhead. Every bird is a living descendant of a dinosaur. Their story is a powerful reminder of the incredible resilience of life, of Earth's constant cycles of destruction and creation. The dinosaurs may be gone, but their spirit lives on, flying free in the skies above us. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through time. If you were as fascinated by the world of dinosaurs as I am, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more adventures into our planet's amazing history. Let me know in the comments which dinosaur you find the most fascinating. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.